Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 31, day 4 of our positive, peaceful growth affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. We are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peace Calendar, and you can buy it at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. The affirmation, just to tell you a little bit about the book, it has positive affirmations in it, music therapy, diffuser blends, and aromatherapy. So if you love any of those parts, I think you're going to love the combining. To me, music and aromatherapy, essential oils, and positiveness just all go hand in hand. Okay, the affirmation that we've been working on or concentrating on the entire week is I am discovering more humor. You know, as I listen to different talks on humor, as I look at people who are happy and super good humored, it just makes me realize that the more humor that we can bring into our life, the better. The happier we all are. My little Xander is like the perfect example of this. He wakes up happy, and Xander is a silly. So Xander is, well, he'll be 5 years old next month, and he is a silly. He will walk silly. He will talk silly and just do anything silly that he thinks he can do to help us to laugh. And I love that. He smiles. He wakes up happy every single day. I want to be more like Xander. I want to be more childlike. They were saying that the average child, I think, laughs like 400 times a day. So I'm trying to be a little bit more silly, okay? And so in scriptures today, I put my hair like it was like a little mustache, right? Xander, he totally laughed like 5 times or something like that. And then he's like, Clancy, look at mom. And Clancy just kind of, he's my 15-year-old. And then he's like, Wesley, look at mom. So I did it again, right? And Wesley, he totally smiled. So what is this showing me? Well, one thing that it's showing me is that the older we get, the less we laugh and smile. But it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that way. So, let's all laugh a little bit easier. Let's all smile a little bit easier. Let's all praise the humor that we find in life. Yesterday, we've been trying to add more humor into our lives. And so yesterday, my husband and I'm like, let's put on a movie and let's put on one with Robin Williams. And we watched Mrs. Doubtfire, which I can't totally recommend. I don't think it's completely family friendly. It does have some cussing in it. And just a totally spoiler alert, they do get divorced in the end. And so, like, I don't think it was family friendly, but it was kind of fun to watch, because it was hilarious. It was very, very funny at times. Anyway, but that said, I hope you're finding something that helps you laugh and smile, whatever it is. Okay, the affirmation for the whole entire week is, and I'm not really connecting to this one, so I'm gonna share this one with you, and then I'm gonna share what I'm gonna do today for today's affirmation. So the affirmation for today is I am making up rhymes and puns all day long. I think that's cool. If you want to do with that, if you want to run with that, I think people around you are going to be happy. I'm just going to say I'm going to try to add humor to my family. And I'm going to actually I'm going to try, by the end of the day, I'm going to try to get 10 points. I'm going to try to do 10 things that are silly, that are funny, that are humorous, crack jokes, whatever it is, 10 times by the end of the day. It's already like 1 o'clock or whatever time it is your time. And so that means that I have about 8 hours to get in 9 more things that are silly, that are funny, that just kind of lift the humor. So, if you want to take up my challenge, just 10 things. We're just going to do 10 things today that are a little silly, that are a little funny, that are bringing good humor into our families and our circles. Okay. So my affirmation for today is I am doing 10 things that make people happy or smile. Okay? And the song for the entire week is Make 'Em Laugh by which is a song from the musical Singing in the Rain. But there's a song that I really like too that our family thinks is funny, and I think it's called Your Mama. And they also have a Yo Daddy song. I'm gonna put both of them in the comments, just so you can see some examples of humor, right? Anyway, the diffuser blend that we are doing the whole entire week, diffusing the whole entire week, is 2 drops of Roman chamomile, which is the oil of spiritual purpose. Super relaxing. 2 drops of ginger, which is the oil of empowerment. It's going to be your push to get things done. And 2 drops of lavender, which is the oil of communication and calm. And it is world renowned for its calming and supportive abilities. So, communication and calm, most people think of calm when they think of lavender. They might not think of communication. We're going to dive deep into lavender's emotional gifts today. And the first thing you need to know is that when most people think essential oils, they think one of the first essential oils they think is lavender. Why? Because they put lavender into so many things, especially things for baby, because it's so calming. Now, lavender is found in Asia and Africa and Europe, also found in America. Sometimes it's called the grandmother of essential oils because of the way it cares and nurtures us through a variety of both physical and emotional issues. For this exact same reason, some people call it the Swiss Army knife of oils, simply because it is so good for so many issues. Okay, there's 2 oils that people usually say, when in doubt, choose one of these. And one of them is, when in doubt, choose lavender, and the other one is, when in doubt, choose frankincense. Now, I'm just going to tell you that of the 2 essential oils, lavender is by far the less expensive one, but frankincense is called the king of oils for a reason, and we'll be talking about frankincense at some later date. But both of those oils are just super good for a ton of different things. Caleb, can you shut the sound down on this, please? Okay, so, Caleb, can you shut the sound down on this? He had his earphones in. Anyway, probably listening to something fun. Okay, so if you've had a stressful day, lavender is a scent that you're definitely going to be wanting to put on. Lavender can actually help when it's time for study. Sometimes we get stressed when we're studying, especially if we're studying for a big test. So if you have some big exam coming up, or if you're studying something that in the past has tended to get you a little bit anxious and uptight, go ahead, put a couple drops of lavender in your diffuser. I would, if I was using it for study, I'd do like 2 drops lavender, 2 drops rosemary. Rosemary's super good for memory. And lavender will calm down your nerves when studying for that particular subject. Now, if you're doing like an all-night study session because you're just cramming for the next day, that is not when I would recommend lavender, because lavender is so soothing that it could put you to sleep. Okay, so you're just going to have to be careful on that one. Lavender is very, very good for times when we're anxious or times when life just seems gloomy. It's good for nervous tension. It's great for stress. It's also really, really good for when you get that super bad panicky feeling. I don't know if you've ever gotten that super bad panicky feeling, but if you do, lavender can be super good for that, okay? It's good for both mental and emotional fatigue, and it can help balance mood swings. Now, we're going to be talking a little bit more tomorrow about the physical aspects, but some mood swings have to do with blood sugar and lavender. Who knew this about lavender? I didn't before today. Lavender is super good at helping to balance out mood swings caused by from when you're hungry. Okay. Okay, so lavender is great to work with if you've been suffered from trauma or abuse, if you have PTSD, if you've had some major shocks in your life. Lavender. So good. I love that you can hear me around the world, right? But I wish you could smell lavender. I just wish I could open the bottle of lavender and it would just like start pouring out that scent into your home, because it would just automatically just relax you and help you feel supported. We'll be talking about feeling supported in a minute. Okay. It can help you feel like it can help with feelings of love. Now, this is not going to be some major aphrodisiac that you're going to put on when you want to get things moving or something like that. But it can help you calm down. It can help you remember. It can help us all calm down. It can help us all remember that we really are loved. We're really loved by God. We're really loved by our family members. No matter what's happening at the moment, we really are loved. Lavender, it can help us calm down and remember that. It can also help us calm down and think, what do I really want when it comes to love in my life? And how fast can I go about helping to bring that in? Lavender can bring in feelings of love and peace and bliss. Super good feelings. Who doesn't want to feel that, right? And it can help us when we're feeling fearful or restricted. Now, they say that lavender is an oil of abundance. Not like the oil of abundance like wild oranges, like the creativity. But lavender is the oil of abundance that lets us calm down and remember that we are valued and that we are worth it. Like that we have value to give. So if you're trying to build a business, if like you're in sales or you're trying to design something, whatever it is, it helps you to calm down and remember that you have something to contribute to this world that no one else can give. Lavender. Amazing that way. And so that's why they call it the oil for abundance. It can help support clear and honest communication. It allows us to calm down our fears that we won't be heard or what we're saying won't be received well. So like sometimes people are hesitant to say something because they're afraid of what they're going to say is going to be received. It helps us calm down those fears so that we can actually speak, we can actually be vulnerable, we can actually be open, and we can speak from our authentic self. Lavender, an amazing gift of lavender. It can also, remember how calming it is, it can also help us stay calm when other people are maybe having some hard conversations with us so that we don't get defensive, so that we don't shut down conversations, so that we're able to stay open and stay relaxed and stay loving while we're hearing some things that might be a little hard, right? Can you see how lavender is amazing for helping with open and honest communication? It can help us move from feelings of judgment to kindness and generosity, right? Just giving each other grace. It can help us open up spiritually, and it can even promote spirituality in times in hard times. So sometimes when times get hard, people start blaming God, right? Oh, I just got fired from my God. I said that one wrong. I'm going to try that one again. Oh, I just got fired from my job. God must not like me. Or, oh, things are going really wrong in the world right now. There must not be a God. Well, that's not the way things work. Like, life is not always good. And if life was not always good, where would our growth be? Sometimes we grow the most when things are hard. That's when we're thinking the most, and when we can I don't know. Anyway, so if everything went well for us, I'm just thinking that we might be really prideful, and we might be really spoiled. Like, it's like the child who gets everything they want, right? Instead of the child that actually has to work for it. We're going to have to go through, all of us are going to have to go through some majorly hard things in life. It's not that God is trying to punish us, and it's definitely not that God doesn't love us. God absolutely loves us. But it's that sometimes when we go through hard things in life, we become better people. We become more patient with people. We become more understanding. We become less judgmental. We become closer to God. We more resilient. Anyway, the list of things that we can become through hard times is amazing. They call the World War II generation the greatest generation. Why? And they had amazing values. And why? Because they went through a lot of hard things. Now in the world, we are starting to go through some hard things. We are, right? And we have a choice. We have the choice to come out of this better people, more patient, more kind, more understanding, more loving, more connected with God, more connected with those around us. Or to be bitter and angry and sad and mopey and whatever. Anyway, how do you want to come out of this? I want to come out of this better. And I think you do too. And I think that lavender can remind us, can help us relax and remind us that God loves us and He is there for us even through the hard things, right? Even through the hard things. So you all know that I have 9 children, but maybe some of you didn't know that having 9 children, I have lost 6. I've lost 6 pregnancies before they were born, some early in the pregnancy and some quite late in the pregnancy, around 20 weeks. And I remember losing those babies, and I'm just wishing, oh, if they were only 4 weeks older, they would probably survive. And was it hard going through those losses of those children? Yes. Do I love those children? Yes. Do I think they're in heaven, blessing my family? Yes, I do. And each of those experiences brought me closer to God. God pulled me through all of them. And when people go through hard things, I understand. And there's a whole lot of other things that have happened to me in my life that were super hard to get through. I had to do a lot of work on myself to let go of things and to forgive and to be patient and to be loving. Do I feel like I've become a better person? Yeah. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. I am such a flawed human being. But going through the hard things, I am definitely less judgmental. And I hope I'm kinder. I hope. Anyway, so lavender, again, it can bring us to God, reminding us that just because everything in our life isn't perfect doesn't mean that there isn't, I'm going to say it the positive way. Even though things in our life aren't perfect, there still is a God, and He still loves us, and He will hold our hand, and He will walk through life and our hardships together. The scriptures promise that He, as we turn to God, He will go before us and behind us, and He will send His angels round about to bear us up. I'll try to find the reference in the for that scripture, and I'll put it in the comments, but it's there. Okay. One of the emotional gifts of lavender is that it leaves us with a feeling of total and unchangeable support. It leaves no room for doubt that we are loved and supported in life's challenges and in the process of healing. Lavender can help balance masculine and feminine energies. So if you feel like you are really tend to be really pushy, it can help balance that out. If you tend to feel like you are very more yin energy, maybe a little bit more walked on, a little bit harder time speaking your truth, it can help balance that out. If you tend to feel like in your home there's this fight against the masculine and feminine, someone putting down masculine qualities or someone putting down feminine qualities, lavender, like that's a great time to diffuse lavender because it can help us remember the gifts of masculine gifts are wonderful and feminine gifts are wonderful. And yin energy is wonderful and yang energy is wonderful. Okay? There's gifts. And we don't have to be a certain way to be amazing. Right? Okay. Okay, so I usually don't do this, but there's this book that I love, and it's called Essential Emotions, Your Guide to Process, Release, and Live Free. It looks like this. And I often read you some parts of this book, but I don't read you all of it. This is when I'm just going to read because I think it's that good. So, here we go. Lavender aids verbal expression and calming the mind. Specifically, it calms the insecurities that are felt when one risks their true feelings and thoughts. Lavender addresses the deep fear of being seen and heard. Lavender supports individuals in releasing the tension and constriction that stems from withheld expression. This bottleneck of communication can result in worried and racing thoughts, anxiousness, and sleep disruption. Due to past experiences, they may feel unsafe or fearful of expressing themselves because of potential rejection. Lavender can help with those who have strong feelings of being unlovable, unimportant, or unheard, and Lavender encourages emotional honesty and insists that one speak their innermost thoughts and desires. I'm going to say it relaxes us and lets us speak our innermost thoughts and desires. As individuals learn to communicate their deepest thoughts and feelings, they are liberated from a self-inflicted prison. It is through open and honest communication that an individual has the potential to experience unconditional love, acceptance, and peace of mind. Through Lavender's relaxing and courageous emotional gifts, one is free to share their true self with others. So, if you are someone who has a hard time sharing your true self, lavender may just be your new best friend. And if you know someone who has a hard time communicating and sharing really what's going on with them, start diffusing lavender. That may be one of your favorite things that you do this year is diffusing lavender. Okay, so the negative emotions it can help with: blocked communication, fear of rejection, feeling constricted or tense, having racing thoughts, emotional dishonesty, hiding, fear of disclosure, feeling unseen, feeling unheard or unloved or insecure. And the positive properties that it can bring in is open communication, feeling calm, feeling expressive, emotional honesty, being self-aware, and having peace of mind. I'm here to say that you are beautiful, you are wonderful, your thoughts matter, your feelings and your emotions matter. All of ours do. And as we are more expressive, we will feel the love from others more. As we let other people see our true selves, we will feel loved more. Okay? that's my thought for today. So just reminding everyone that our diffuser blend for the entire week is 2 drops of Roman chamomile, the oil of spiritual purpose, again a super soothing oil, 2 drops of ginger, the oil of empowerment, the push oil in this blend, and 2 drops of lavender, the oil of communication. Now we understand why it's the oil of communication, and calm. And the song for this week is Make 'Em Laugh from Singing in the Rain. And the affirmation for today is, I am making rhymes and puns all day, but my affirmation is I'm going to do 10 things that bring in good humor to people in my circle, which means my family right now. I've already done 1, only 9 more to go, and it's going to be a fun day trying to fit in those 10 things. And the affirmation for the entire week is, I am discovering more humor. I hope you are discovering how beautiful you are, how good humored you are, how much you can make people smile and laugh in your circles, in your family, and how much you can make yourself smile and laugh. Okay, this is Susanna Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life, reminding us all that we have an incredible power with God, to make every day a great day. Bye-bye.